Hey, welcome back, Patrick people. We're in the 2019 X5 again today, so I want to get you guys familiar with the completely new setup for the 2019 X5. Just give you a little tour of how everything's laid out on your center console, as well as selecting a gear, starting, stopping, all that fun stuff. So let's just dive right in. So, as you can see, we have a couple different changes on the 19 model. First noticeable thing is your start-stop button is now going to be right here by your shift lever. So all you gotta do is press that to stop and start the vehicle. Second big difference is your gear selector. So this looks a little different. As you can see on the top, there's not going to be anything on the top that's going to show you your gear, what gear you're in. However, you can see that displayed right down here. So depending on what gear you're going to select, again, to select a gear, you're still going to press this button in and just move it down once for drive, up for neutral, reverse, and as you can see, we got our parking display going on since we're in reverse. I do have the parking brake on just for safety reasons. So to put it in park, there's going to be a parking button right there, so you're just going to press that guy in, and now as you can see, it's going to be in park. You're also going to be able to see what gear you're in on your instrument cluster right here. So it'll have a P for park, D for drive, so it'll give you two places to see where you're at. You also have your dynamic traction control button right here. This guy right here is going to display your rear camera, so you can view that. Parking aid button, and this button is to control if you want your auto stop start for your engine. You can activate it or deactivate it there. You also have your different sport displays. You have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. If you guys want to check out my video on those guys, you're more than welcome to. I'll link it down below. You also have your adaptive mode, which is kind of a cool feature. So what that'll do is the vehicle will kind of think for itself and adapt to how you're driving. So if you're driving a little faster, a little slower, it'll kind of think for itself as to what to do to give you more power or more gas saving, so that is always good. Now right here, we still have our same layout for our different buttons for our iDrive control. We still have media, communications for your phone, home. That little globe right in the center is going to be for your connected drive menu, and you can always go to your map or your navigation. Now what's really cool about this is these buttons down here. So your back button, I like to think of it as a back button on an internet browser, so it'll take you back to the very last page you were at. So say we select back, and now since I was at the home menu before, it'll take us back home. Your option button will give you options for help, edit a page that you're on, or you can turn off your control display. So to turn off the control display, you can either click the screen, which I didn't do right. There we go, can turn off control display. And to turn it back on, you can use any of these buttons right here. So say if you press navigation, your screen will go to your navigation menu. Same with if you just want to press down on this iDrive button, it'll turn on the screen. You can press the back button, option, any of these buttons will turn back on the display screen. Also down here, just to kind of wrap it up, we got our auto hold button, which is really neat. If you come to a complete stop while that button is illuminated, you can actually take your foot off the brake and the vehicle will hold itself for you. Again, we have our parking brake. So to get the parking brake off, we're just going to push down on it to take it off. And if you want it back on, you're just going to pull up on it. And when you see that little light on, that means it's active. It'll also show you a little park symbol in your instrument cluster there. This button next to your parking brake is your hill descent control. So what that'll do is it will, only when you're going downhill, it's going to help your engine speed as well as your braking. So instead of you trying to fight the vehicle going down a steep hill, it'll help guide you down a steep hill. So that about wraps it up for the new overview on the 19X5. Be sure to stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.